Hello, beautiful people. Welcome in. If you are new to my channel, welcome. And if you are a returning subscriber, then welcome back. I definitely do appreciate your continued support. Today, I want to do a general reading just to see what messages we need at this time. This is going to be a general reading, so um, take what resonates and leave what does not for those who need it, okay? Again, if you would like to book a private reading, if you want to dive into your personal journey further, then you can definitely book a private reading. That link will be in the description below. And I'm going to go ahead and dive in. So this is just going to be a collective message, whatever we need to hear right now, okay? Let's see. Orphan. Okay. So somebody is feeling left out. They're feeling this sense of loneliness, like just alone, not having um, anyone around them, not having a sense of support or maybe a support system, kind of feeling left out in the cold a little bit. This is giving me the Five of Pentacles energy. So feeling lost, abandoned, alone, cold. Hmm. Okay. However, even through all of this person is maintaining a sense of elegance, a sense of poise, like they're holding it all together regardless of what things are going on the inside. This person is like holding it all together. So it's like you would never really know what this person is going through if they didn't tell you. Okay. Um, Whoever this is that I'm picking up on, your energy is like you're a very strong person. This is someone who's very strong, someone who I feel like has always had to be strong, really just because of whatever you have been through throughout your life, throughout your journey. It's someone who's always had to be strong. And so you've learned how to overcome certain things. You've learned how to overcome a lot of different challenges in life that other people would kind of um, really, really struggle with. But you seem to do it with this sense of grace and you almost make things look easy. So it's like nobody would really know what you're going through unless you told them. I feel like also there is this sense of my eyes are watering. There's like this sense of happiness and gratitude that you maintain in your heart, within you, regardless of what you're going through. So even when times are dark, when times are hard, when you are feeling alone, when you are feeling sad, when you are feeling down, like you don't have anywhere to turn and you don't have any support, like you still find a way to be grateful for all that you do have and for everything that you have overcome. Wow. I'm also feeling like there are people who really do look up to you, whether you know it or not, like whether you realize that these people are looking up to you and seeing you um as a leader or as a um someone to admire, like they do. And with this blessed energy here, they're also seeing you as someone who is really blessed. So I'm feeling like people just really don't know what you've been through. There may be some people who actually like they wish they could have your life. They wish they could be you. Um, And it's because they have no idea what you've been through because you make it look like everything is just so just awesome. You make it look so graceful. So they see you as someone who is completely blessed, someone who has been given everything, someone who has it all, someone who is everything. All right, so let's see what's going on here and see if we can get it a bit more information. Listen, I said this already. The five, I mean, excuse me, the orphaned energy and the five of coins or the five of pentacles. Okay. That's definitely what this is giving me. This is like this left out in the cold type energy, this abandoned energy, this feeling of loss, this feeling of being alone and just kind of like out there, not having support, not having anybody, or at least feeling that way. But what I'm seeing with the Ace of Swords is that there's a sense of clarity that is happening. There's a breakthrough that is happening. Okay, so there's a shift. There's definitely a shift. And this could be a breakthrough in the sense of maybe some information that is coming through, some type of knowledge, information, or maybe even communication, maybe someone reaching out to help in some way, form, or fashion. Okay. This could be maybe some type of solution, like an aha, like this big light bulb moment that you have that just kind of clears everything up and allows you to see what resources you actually do have in front of you, to see what already exists within you. I feel like there are solutions inside of you already. So, whatever it is that you are struggling with right now, whatever you're going through right now, where you might feel like you don't see a way out, there is a way out and it's already within you. I feel like whatever this challenge or struggle or obstacle is that you might be facing at this time, this could be financial, it could be in literally in any type of situation. Again, this is a general reading. So however it applies to you, however you're feeling this sense of loss or this sense of darkness, this challenge, struggle, okay? This is something that I see is clearing up. This is something that you are overcoming and something that you're finding a solution to. Let's see. Yeah. Hey, listen, the temperance energy represents like this is like a divine spirit, okay? This is, like a guardian angel or divine, whatever resonates with you, okay? Um, coming in and supporting you in such a way that it's balancing, it's tempering two energies that typically don't merge together, typically don't, do well together, so to speak, right? But this is more so like bringing these two energies together, creating a sense of balance, right? Making the impossible possible. So I say that to let you know that whatever you feel is impossible right now, where you don't see a way out, like whatever it is that you're struggling with and you don't see a way out, the divine is creating that for you. So you're being asked because you are so blessed. Your blessings are coming in. Whatever you have been praying for, whatever you have been asking for, it's coming for you. It is. It is. There's a sense of clarity that's happening here, a breakthrough. You've been like really holding on and really trying to hold it together. And those efforts have not gone unnoticed. Okay. They're not unnoticed. Wow. There's a lot to be said here. Okay. We have the Queen of Cups. I'm going to clarify a little bit further here. Okay, so we have the Queen of Cups, we have the Two of Wands, we have the Wheel of Fortune. Hmm. All right. So the Queen of Cups is someone who is very receptive and very open. She is very much in her heart space and she thrives in that space. Okay. This is someone who trusts her intuition. She trusts what she feels and she leads by what she feels. She leads by her heart space, right? She's very emotionally intelligent, very nurturing, very open, receptive, right? But she's also very strong. Like water is it's very strong, it's very powerful energy, okay? But also very forgiving as well. So that could be a term that needs to be embraced at this time is forgiveness and openness, being open to new ideas, being open to being open to forgiveness, being open to those who may have caused some sense of pain or this feeling of abandonment. Okay. Mhm. Let's see. This can also represent a female water sign. So Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces. Um, but a female water sign may be coming in to help you, maybe coming in to offer some sort of help, some sort of support, love, guidance, okay, in some way. So that could be something that is significant for someone here. Yeah. And there's some information that is going to help you in terms of like moving forward here, in terms of like making a choice or making a decision for the future going forward, what you need to know moving forward, being able to plan for your future or in terms of like which direction you want to go in. If you want to stay where you are, if you want to move forward, if you want to go left, if you want to go right, whatever you want to do, whatever works, right? But there's some type of clarity or insight that's going to give you exactly what you need to make this like just very clear as far as which direction you need to go in. I feel like it's going to be so clear you're not going to have you're not going to have any more doubt about it. Okay? So whatever you've been doubting in terms of which direction to go in, it's like this sense of strength, the strength sense of power. Okay? And with the Wheel of Fortune, the with the Wheel of Fortune and the temperance and the blessed energy here, it just feels like a blessing in disguise. It feels like a blessing that you may not necessarily be expecting right now, something that maybe you could have given up on it. You could have forgotten about it, or it's just something that comes out of the blue, something that you just truly weren't expecting. Um, an unexpected gift of some sort that just makes your entire day. It might make your entire week, your whole year, depending on who I'm talking to. Okay. So this could be really, it could be very small, but significant in some way, or it could be, really, really significant. But either way, when it does come in, you are meant to definitely appreciate it and acknowledge that this is a gift from the divine, that this is a blessing that has come in for you. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else we need to know. Seven of Wands. Mhm. Seven of Wands is an energy of like defense, standing your ground, being defensive, feeling the need to protect yourself, feeling like there's a lot that's coming at you at one time. There's like all of this, I don't know. There's a lot that's coming at you. This could be a lot of responsibilities. It could be, a lot of opinions. It could be a lot of challenges or obstacles, just something that you feel like you're facing. Everything is coming at you at once, and you're just one person. I'm one person. Okay. And there's all of this in front of me that I'm having to, kind of face and deal with. And it just kind of feels like a lot, right? It feels a bit overwhelming. And it's like, okay, you're trying to keep your feet planted. You're trying to stay grounded here. Hmm. But I feel like some of you, I feel like you're fighting yourself. You're fighting yourself. You have the world energy here. So this can be about travel. But there's some type of cycle that's ending, which makes sense if we are in a season of new beginnings, right? You can't have a new beginning without an ending somewhere. So there's a cycle of something that is coming to an end, a completion that is happening here. But then with the Seven of Wands, so whatever you're fighting, whatever you're having to defend or stand your ground against, that cycle is ending. But in a positive way, because the World card also represents this accomplishment, a sense of accomplishment. So this is like a win. This is the next level up, moving on, moving forward, moving ahead. It doesn't just stop, it doesn't just end, but it's ending to take you somewhere. And with the moon energy here, this is hidden energy, hidden energy, the unknown. So for those of you, if you resonate with that energy of feeling like you're fighting yourself, right? Like you're battling with yourself, battling this energy of the unknown, afraid to step forward into the unknown, what you are unaware of or what you don't know on the other side, right? But I feel like there's a lot of blessing on the other side. There's a lot for you to gain on the other side, but you have to release whatever fear it is that you have in turn, in terms of going or getting there, right? So whatever fear, whatever resistance, because this can be showing an energy of resistance here. Releasing this energy of resistance allows you to step forward into this new cycle, this closing out this old chapter and allowing you to step into a whole new chapter, moving forward into a space of the unknown. But there's so many blessings there. There's so much happening outside of your comfort zone that just propels you forward into a space that you could only imagine. So here we have this temperance energy again. Okay. So there's the impossible becoming possible, but you have to make that step outside of your comfort zone first. You have to stop resisting. You have to stop battling yourself. Wow. I get it though. I definitely get it. The fear of the unknown is whew, yeah, that's a serious one. I mean, in my opinion, anyway. It's hard, especially like if you're a person who kind of has to have control over things. It's hard to release that control and step into a place where you don't know what's coming left or right. You don't know where anything is. You don't know what's what. Like that's a challenging space to be in. Not my favorite. All right. The High Priestess. Trust your intuition. Trust your gut. Trust your gut. So I feel like you're being called into this space where, you're being called into this space. You're being called somewhere. You're being pulled like a magnetic pull. And you're supposed to trust that. This is the divine leading you into the next chapter, into the space where you are, it's like leading you into a new timeline where you are receiving all of the abundance that is meant for you, where you're receiving all of the prosperity that is meant for you, all of the love, everything, everything. You are blessed and highly favored. You are protected. You are safe. You are good. So, whatever fears you have, you're being asked to release them. All right. So, I really want to look into how do we do that? How do we do that? Let's clear the board here. Let me get some new cards out. How do we do that? Because it's easy to say, let go of your fear. Let it all go. What? Are you crazy? Is this the deck I want? So let's take a look and see like what fears are we actually dealing with here? Okay. All right, so the first one out is the Five of Cups. This is a fear of loss. It's a fear of loss, disappointment, sadness. This is a fear of, maybe putting yourself out there because we also have the Empress, okay? So this is a fear of like losing it all. It's a fear of putting yourself out there and things not panning out the way that you had hoped, the way that you had expected for them to go. With the Empress energy, she is usually shown as someone who is pregnant, right? Birthing something. And so um when you think about a new mother, you think of someone who is extremely protective over her baby, over her young. And it's like when you are creating something, somebody who is, what they consider to be a creative, um, you're very protective over your work. And it's like this idea that maybe it's not going to be perceived well or that it's going to fall or fail or something, right? This is like feeling like you're going to get your feelings hurt in some way. Now, this could apply in terms of a project that you're working on. It could apply to, your business. It can apply to your romantic relationships, your family relationships, or in any way that you feel like you want to or need to put yourself out there in some way, it can apply. Okay. Um, yeah, so there's this sense of putting yourself out there and things just kind of fall into shit, like not happening the way that you want them to happen. Maybe, you it's like you're wanting to protect yourself, wanting to protect your creation, wanting to, protect your baby. Maybe even putting yourself out there as far as like with the Empress represents beauty. So maybe even feeling like you're not worthy enough, not feeling like you're not um attractive enough, or whatever it is that you're doing is not attractive enough in some way. Okay, feeling like with the Eight of Pentacles that it's just not good enough, right? That there's something missing. You haven't worked hard enough, or maybe that you're needing to work more or do something more. But I feel like the overall energy here, the overall message here is ultimately you are good enough, period. Right? As long as you have given your best and you know you've given your best, that's all, that's all that's needed. That's all that's needed. You are enough. And those who you are meant to impact, the lives that you are meant to impact, will be drawn to you. They will be brought to you. The divine is going to make sure of that, right? Those who don't vibe, they just don't vibe and they're not your tribe. Those people are not meant for you. They're not the ones that you're meant to help anyway. And a lot of the time, listen, a lot of the time we get this messed up. We get frustrated because, you know, friends, family, the people that are close to us don't necessarily rock with whatever it is that we're doing, or they don't rock with us in the way that we need them to in order to feel supported in our endeavors, right? But something that one of my mentors told me a really long time ago, and it has always stuck with me, and it makes so much sense if you really break it down. And we can talk about this in another video, but if you really break it down, it makes complete sense. It's that your friends and family will not support you until strangers start to celebrate you. It is a wild concept, but it makes so much sense. And there are going to be people who don't know you, who are going to celebrate the work that you do. They're going to celebrate you as a being. They're going to be celebrating the impact that you've made in their life before those around you, those closest to you, will want anything to do with whatever it is that you have to offer. Okay. So if you are measuring your success through friends and family, stop, stop. It's not going to get you very far at all. This is not how businesses are built. This is not how life is built. Stop doing that. You're going to destroy your chances of getting anywhere before you even start, because you're oh, how do I put this? It's like yeah, it's a crazy sense of just like tearing yourself down before you even start. Stop doing that. That was one of the best pieces of advice I think I could have ever received in my entire journey. Some of you are feeling maybe a little bit confused, having some difficulty trying to figure out what you want to do or what you need to do, and you're kind of afraid to make a choice, to make a decision, right? Which way do I go? This looks like a very difficult decision. Like I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, I could do this, right? And you're kind of having a hard time being able to settle in on a thing. I feel like with that, you just need to settle on what what excites you the most. Start with one thing, because there's nothing wrong with building this entire empire. There's nothing wrong with dabbling in a bunch of different things here, but you want to master one thing first. Start with something and then build out from there, right? When you try to look at all of these things at one time, it is extremely overwhelming. Okay. It's way too overwhelming. It's way too much to bite and chew. Like you can't with all that at one time. You may not have the resources. You're one person. Okay. You have two hands, you have two feet, most of us. Okay. I don't mean that in any type of way. Let's continue. So you know, you're one person. Okay. You have the resources that you have. And if you try to bite off too much, more than you can chew at one time, right? It's going to be overwhelming. You're going to choke. Okay. So it's important that you find one thing that excites you, one thing that you really want to dive into, and dive into that thing. And once you get it where you want it to be, then you dive into the next thing and you build from there. You build on, okay? And you continue on your journey from there. Okay. I feel like you have to kind of get to this place where you're not really concerned with what people think and what people say. Creating certain boundaries around yourself where you feel good about what you're doing, you feel good about yourself, right? And kind of taking your feelings outside of the space. Um, Setting your feelings aside and creating that boundary, creating that boundary. Like, this is what I'm doing. This is my work. This is my love. This is it, right? And being okay with that for yourself. You don't need the opinions of everybody else. You just kind of need to do it. You just need to do it. A lot of this hits home, y'all. I know that's something for me. I have always kind of struggled with the opinions of other people and, what people are going to say or what they're going to think if I do this or if I show up this way or, you know, whatever. And I feel like that has hindered me in a lot of my journey, a lot of my endeavors, and kind of slowed down a lot of my progress. So I'm getting to this space where I'm just like, because people are going to talk anyway. They're going to talk, they're going to do what they're going to do. And ultimately, none of that shit is your business. It's none of my business, right? And it's definitely not a business that pays me. So let them do what they do. Let them do what they do. And you focus on building your own thing. You focus on tending to your own garden and doing what you do because there's going to be people who absolutely love you. There's going to be people who absolutely rock with your work and they're going to truly appreciate you for the time and the energy and the effort that you pour into whatever it is that you're doing. So do that. Yeah. There's love overflowing here. There's so much fulfillment that is overflowing here. So this is a very open heart space, okay? Very open heart space and just a lot that is being poured in and also a lot being poured out, okay? So I'm also feeling that this is a sense of needing to really pour into yourself because you can only pour out what you pour in. So this is a matter of, I feel like pouring into your mindset, doing some mindset development work. I'll put the link to my mindset mastery workbook in the description as well in case you need that. But this is definitely pouring into yourself and establishing a strong foundation of love within yourself so that you can pour that out. You can pour it into your work. You can, pour it into others, into the community, however you need to do that for yourself and for your growth. So this is going to be for your personal growth and also for the growth of your project, the growth of your endeavors. Okay. Let's see if there's anything else here. Yeah, I feel like once you like really get started and you really pour into whatever it is that you're wanting to do, I feel like there's going to be a lot of love and a lot of support, a lot of appreciation and gratitude for you, for you. Like you are absolutely needed. Whatever it is that you have to offer to the world, you are needed. You are needed. There's transformation that is happening. Transformation, there's a new shift. Again, we have the endings, but also new beginnings. There's always a new beginning after the ending, right? So I think that, some of you are even afraid of things changing and things not being the same. Um, you know, it's like things won't be the same after things are going to change, but you have to be able to accept change if you want things to be different, if you want things to work out in your favor, if you want something new in your life, you have to be willing to accept whatever changes are necessary. This is the part of growth. Let's pull one more here. Yeah, there's a lot of overthinking. There's like this extreme amount of like overthinking the worst. Okay. So what's coming to mind for some of you, you might need to kind of like do a brain dump of like, what's the worst that could happen, right? What's the worst that could happen? And then once you write that down, once you dump that out of your mind, what's the worst that could happen? Ask yourself, and then what? What changed? Because a lot of the time, nothing changed, right? But if you don't make a move forward, if you don't do something different, if you don't do something new, if you don't take the chance, if you don't take the leap, if you don't, then you already know for sure what won't happen. And that is growth. That is, transformation. That is change. Like the things that you are hoping for, desiring are not going to happen because you're stagnant in that same space that you have always been in. For some of you, this might even be a sense of like feeling betrayed or like afraid of being betrayed. You might be afraid of sharing an idea or sharing certain information, scared that you might get stabbed in the back or something like that. The first thing that comes to mind with that is if you are dealing with people in your business and you have people in your circle that you can't trust, you need to cut those people off. You need to end those connections. If you can't trust them, you don't need to be doing business with them. If you can't trust them, you don't need to be in a relationship with them. If you can't trust them, you don't need to have them that close to you. Connect with somebody that you can trust if you need a partner. Okay. But yeah, there's some things that have to end. There's some things that have to shift and change in order for growth to happen, in order for your dreams to come true. You have to be open to that. You have to be willing to allow that change to happen. Okay. Let's see if we have any other messages. Yeah, I feel like it's important to really just do your best. You know, you are special and you are here for a reason. You are here to serve a purpose, and your unique spin, your unique perspective, your unique creativity, your unique everything is needed. Yes, there are other people who are doing similar things to what you're doing, but nobody does it the way that you do it. Nobody. Nobody can. Nobody can because it's you and you are special and you are needed. I feel like that message is very, that's like a very clear message that's coming through. Okay. Let's see. Let's see. A new romantic cycle begins. So for some of you, there is something new that is on the other side of this, a new love that maybe that you're aligning with. Okay. This could also just be a new sense of balance and maybe even a new sense of love for yourself, a new sense of love for your creativity and for your work. Throw the whole deck, why don't you? Okay. Your dreams need a practical plan, okay? So for some of you, a lot of the fears are coming out of this space of just kind of like not knowing what to do and where to start. Plan it out. Plan it out, okay? Start doing some research, asking questions like how do I start this or how do I XYZ? Where do I start with this? What do I need in order to blah, 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 blah. You Google everything else, okay? So do the research. Gather the information. A lot of the insecurities that you have can be overcome by just getting the information. Okay. So create a plan, figure out what you need in order to accomplish the goal that you have in mind, and create yourself a strategic plan. But don't try to accomplish everything at one time, one thing at a time. One thing at a time. And even if you do one small task a week, it's going to take you longer to get there, but that's going to be more progress than you were making before, right? So just bite off what you can chew, write it down, get a planner. I still wholeheartedly believe in paper planners, love them, love them. The one that I prefer, the one that I use is the Law of Attraction Planner. My Law of Attraction Planner for this year. Got to get a new one, but I love this planner. Okay. And I have a coupon code around here somewhere. Put it in the comments if you need that, and I will add it. I might just add it to the description if I find it. Yeah. Okay. So write your stuff down, put it in a planner, and be intentional about your movements. Be intentional about your stuff. Okay. I feel like that's it. I feel like that's it. I feel like we're good here. Okay. Yeah. So, there's a new cycle that is beginning here. I feel like you're definitely going to find more love within yourself, for yourself, and for the work that you are doing as you start to pour more into it and you start to be more intentional about things. I feel like you're going to get really excited. I do feel like there's new love and new abundance that just is circling around collectively at this time as well. So, that's definitely a thing. And I feel like you need to be very intentional about the work that you're doing. And I feel like that is going to bring you to a whole new space of confidence, a whole new space of excitement, and a whole new space of progress and even results. Okay. You're gonna see a whole new level of results that you're actually getting through the work that you're doing at this point. Okay. So that's all that I have for today. That's all that I have for this message here. I do hope that you received whatever it is that you needed from this message today. If you enjoyed it, definitely give it a thumbs up and feel free to share it with anyone that can benefit from this message. If you would like to see more from me, then go ahead and subscribe to my channel so that you don't miss my next uploads as they come out. And again, if you want to dive into your personal journey any further, then you can go ahead and book a private reading. You can also book a free breakthrough coaching call with me as well through my website. So that link is going to be in the description. if you want to check that out. And for now, I do believe that that is it. So I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.